Now let's try to understand double ratchet key exchange. Now we're able to understand this very quickly because we've already understood what encryption is and how it works, what's asymmetric and symmetric encryption, what's a hybrid type of an encryption, how Diffie-Hellman and extended Diffie-Hellman algorithms work. You can see all of those videos in the previous videos. This is part of a series. And now this video will be really short because we know all of these concepts already, and we just want to know how we can improve upon these concepts. How can we improve upon the extended Diffie-Hellman key exchange? So we can do that with the help of double ratchet. I want to take a quick minute to tell you something very important. I'm sure you know that CTOs don't write a lot of code. So what do they actually do during the day? They actually work on system design and architecting systems. And not just CTOs, but anyone in a leadership positions like VP of engineering, director, they're all involved with planning and architecting systems. Now, directors and VPs are also delivery side where they have to manage people, but they're also technical VPs and directors. If you're someone who has experience in the industry and you see yourself moving up on the technical ladder, becoming someone who's responsible for orchestrating and architecting systems and not necessarily people management, then I have the perfect cohort program for you. It's a 3-month advanced system design cohort. 20 people have already joined it. Everyone has a lot of experience. Some of them have even 25 years of experience. It's a great community for you to come and hang out. If you think you're a good fit, there's a link in the comments and in the description of this video. Fill it up. We'll check if you're a great fit and we'll set up some time with you. Now let's get back to the video. All right, so the concept is the same. You have the user A, user B, and you create public and private keys at both ends. You share the public key of user A and public key of user B with each other. And you create a shared key, which is KAB at both sides. We've already seen the maths of how we're able to arrive at the same key at both sides. But in this case, right, what's different from extended Diffie-Hellman is that we create a new shared key for every message. So you remember, Diffie-Hellman was a shared key. Extended Diffie-Hellman was shared key for each session. And this is shared key for each message, not even each sessions, for each message. So it's ultra secure, right? So how this works is you have this function, a derivation function, okay? But the function is constantly evolving. So both of them, they've agreed upon what kind of function to use, the derivation function, but it's also constantly evolving. And only the two parties that are involved in this key exchange know about this function. And so only they know about this exact function, and they also know about the evolution factor. So they know how this function is supposed to evolve over a period of time. So both of them have agreed upon that. So not only have they agreed upon P and G, which we've seen earlier, but they've also agreed upon this derivation function and how it's going to evolve over a period of time. So now what happens is you run the key to the derivation function and then you reach the actual key for this particular message. So for each message, the keys are going to change. So not only do you get forward secrecy, which is past messages can't be decrypted even if current keys are stolen, because obviously the current keys, if you steal them, are just relevant for this message and not for the previous messages. But with double ratchet, you also get something called as post-compromise security, which is even if an attacker steals one key, they only see a short window of messages. So future messages, they will heal as new keys are derived. So you have forward secrecy and post-compromise secrecy. So you have all of this with double ratchet. By now, we've understood really well on how Diffie-Hellman, extended Diffie-Hellman, double ratchet work. Now, later on in this series, like much later on, we'll learn more about elliptic curve, and we'll also learn about post-quantum security. Now, all of these encryptions and key exchanges that we have learned are not very strong in front of quantum computers. So that's why we have triple ratchet and post-quantum security ratchets. So we have all of those things which help us with post-quantum security. We learn all of that, but that's an advanced topic, and that's to be done towards the end of this series. Right now, I think you know the basic concepts, and now we can go back into learning how SSL and TLS handshakes take place. So let's do that in the next video.